So it's all about speed in today's sprint race then. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? So let's examine the Jeddah Street circuit. As you can see, this has the potential to be a very challenging track for our young F2 drivers. We'll get a good chance to see which of them have been able to best capitalise on their time spent here in practice earlier this weekend. And like the other street circuits on the calendar, the lack of runoff is going to make sections of this track very punishing if the drivers get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid having to bring out the safety car this time around. It's Formula 2, it is the sprint race. I'm Alex Jakes, Alex Brundle is alongside me. Now Alex, there's no mandatory stop in the rules, but this is Formula 2. Anything could happen.
You go for a little more, a little earlier, using a bit more of that harder compound of the two tyres available per weekend in Formula 2 to try to steal a march. And equally, if you have a bit of a bump, not so much of an issue. You're going to have another go tomorrow.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past. Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. Great manoeuvre, you made it look so easy. Our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap. That's P7 now, P7. That's Maloney ahead, Maloney ahead. They're on old mediums. Aaron's behind you now. Less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. Okay, gap to leader, 4.5 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, just 5 laps until the end.